My rent was getting raised like $200 a month. And I was like, no way. Like, I don't want a crappy job. I don't want to pay extra rent. I got to do this now or never.
Hello everyone and welcome. I'm gonna do it left hand instead. I'm like, hi, how are you doing? Over here.
It's the blooper reel.
I know, right? Hello everyone and welcome back to our next video. So today we get to talk to Angie. Angie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And so Angie, what are you driving in these days?
This is a 2023 Winnebago Revel. It's built on a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 4x4. It's 144, and I've been on the road for this is my 5th year, and I've done 50,000 miles in this vehicle. It is my 3rd rig.
Well, let's just get right into the tour.
Let's do it.
All right.
Welcome to my home.
Now this is unusual right away because most time when I do a tour, we go in the side, but this we're actually going in the back of your van.
This is very unique. I'm one of the first kits that was installed. This was all built by Rigwell. This is not the original way this Winnebago comes. And I really like it because you can have that Instagram moment where you're on the beach and the back doors are open and the wind's blowing in your hair and you're sitting here reading a book and you're just watching the mountains. So this is like my kind of cozy nook workspace. I work from back here sometimes, and it's great storage.
That's amazing. So then where do you sleep then?
This is my elevator bed.
Oh.
It comes down at night and stops about right here, and then during the day I just pull it up. So I think it's an amazing use of space because you have 2 rooms in the same square footage. So I got this installed as like a closet. I have a hoodie problem and a onesie problem and a Burning Man jacket problem. So I needed a place for all this crap. And this is a great use of space also. You know, every square inch needs to have stuff in it basically when you're a full-timer. So I think this is the best use of space that I have finally gotten to. And this is all like my gear, like backpacking stuff and camping stuff.
Very good. So for a small vehicle, you have quite a bit of storage.
I have a lot of crap. I think that's most of the problem. I just went back home into my storage and dropped off a bunch of stuff, but like this is bare minimum. This is probably the lightest I've ever traveled. If I could travel with just food and clothes, I'd probably do it, but you do need some supplies. So this is the best use of places to put everything. I have a place for everything. Now, finally.
Now you've been in, you said 2 other vehicles. What were they?
My first rig was a 2015 Winnebago View. That's a Class C or B+. And then I went to a ProMaster, a Winnebago Travato. So this is a Winnebago Revel. So I've been very loyal to the brand. But for me, it was I just want to feel like I'm safe in a really tough vehicle. But I needed something that was easily mobile. I could take it anywhere. It was my office and my sleeping space all in one, very quick, compact, and rugged. So I'm really happy with this setup finally.
So 3.0, it's a winner.
They always say buy your 3rd rig first. I was too chicken, so I finally got my 3rd rig. This is it.
All right, so you'll be in here for a while.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm happy. So my favorite part about this is I have tons of costumes for Burning Man, for Escapers events, for if I go to RTR, whatever. So this is like literally my Halloween, Burning Man, you name it, like all the disco balls and glitter and whatever. It's great. It's great. And I just open them up and this becomes a closet back here in the evenings when I'm at an event.
That's awesome. So going to events is very important to you, obviously.
Yeah, you need a sense of community on the road. And I just have a great time being by myself for 3 months or 1 month. And then I go to an event and I'm peopled out after a week. And then I go back and be by myself again. So it's also fun to kind of hip hop around and see all the different events and choose the ones you like the best. So that's what I've been doing the last couple of years. So on this side, I have lots of shoes and hiking boots. You always have lots of shoes and I need options. I'm a woman. These are bolsters for the mattress. So like as the bed comes down, you have a headboard and your footboard kind of thing here. I'd probably need to tape them down because they do fly out every once in a while. But this is my utility room, all my tools, my water. It's all in here and it's stored nicely away. My hose, I don't have crap everywhere. You can't do that when you have a lot of clutter. It kind of messes with my mind a little. So I just like this whole space. Coming back, I can relax. It's useful. It's decluttered. It just feels clean and sleek. I love it. So this is the elevator bed. I bring it down at night. I have to kind of be careful just that it's coming down level and it stops at my water filter. And then believe it or not, my dog has had a hard time getting up there lately. So I bought this off of Amazon and I wasn't sure it was gonna work, but actually it's worked perfect. So I just pull this out at night and then I tuck it in underneath the mattress. And then believe it or not, Raider, come on, Raider, come. I just climb up in beds like this. Raider, come. And then he gets in here with me. Come on, Baboos. turn around.
That's perfect.
So it works. Now he can cuddle and we can lay here and watch the sunrise if we want to.
Oh, what a happy dog.
He's happy. So usually I cook outside. This did come with like a induction, and I didn't like it, and I broke one like when I first got it. So I just went with the the propane easy camp stove. It's super easy. It's easy to clean, easy to put away. So usually I like to cook out here. I just like being outdoors all the time, as long as I'm in the shade, if I can help it. I like to sit out here. I like to work out here. We exercise in the morning. It's like when you live in a small space like this, you have to have the flexibility of both kind of indoor, outdoor living. Let me show you the rest of inside. So this is my kitchen. It was really important to me. I ripped all of this out. We put in a new sink, new countertop. The countertop matches over here. This matches the back end, but I really like to cook. I want to feel like I'm at home in a kitchen at home. So spices are important to me. I use these all the time. The normal kitchen stuff. I like to be here prepping, and then I cook outside. My fridge is here. Everything's great. So this is my fridge. It's an electric fridge. I keep it pretty packed. I'm a big fruit and veg kind of person, and meat. And I'm like constantly cooking fresh food. So I have about 3 days worth in there, maybe 4. I like to prep big batches and just have leftovers and grab and goes. So it works pretty well. You do have to have solar and lithium going to keep it running.
Yeah, so what is your system for electrical?
So lithium, I think I have almost 400 amp hours, and my solar is 300 watts, which isn't a lot, but I have dual alternators, which charge up all my batteries in less than 2 hours. So it's super awesome to do that.
Have you had any issue with running out of power at any point?
There's been a couple nights it shut off when I didn't do a lot of daily driving, but because I'm kind of mobile and I go to the gym and go get groceries here and there, it's usually not a problem. And as long as it's like a little sunny, you're good.
So what made you first get on the road 5 years ago?
Basically, a bunch of things were conspiring in the universe, and it felt like if I don't do this now, I'm never going to do this. So I had been on a bunch of medications. I was a war veteran. I had a bunch of trauma. And I had come off my meds because I had tried everything. I just felt worse and worse, and I just had to do that. So I was pretty sick. I was also graduating from college with my master's degree in social work. I was also in a documentary about my process. I was one of the 5 subjects in the film. So the film was asking me to travel a lot, and I hate flying. So, and the last thing was my rent was getting raised like $200 a month. And I was like, no way. Like, I don't want a crappy social work job. I don't want to pay extra rent. I got to do this now or never. So basically I asked the film, would they support me doing a tour with the film, but I would be using an RV and I'd be living in it. And they said, absolutely. So I made it from St. Louis all the way through Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California. I get to Los Angeles for our huge UCLA screening, and the pandemic shuts down campus, and all my dreams of touring with the film were over. So I translated that into Zoom. I did screenings here from this desk, 180 screenings total all over the world. So that was kind of cool. But the in-person stuff stopped.
So what do you do for work on the road now?
So now, after I was done with the touring with the film, I decided, let me try mental health coaching, like a holistic health kind of thing. And my niche is helping people who are coming off meds. That's not to say they don't work for everyone. You know, some people, they don't work for them. They have to find other options. So that's my special population, my platform from the film, my own YouTube channel about that. That one's Angie Peacock, MSW. But so I coach people here from all over the world, people that are leaving the mental health system, that are trying to find more holistic ways to deal with their mental health. And really, I help them, inspire them to do things like I do, like heal on your own terms, get out there, live life, be your own expert. So that's kind of what I do. So this is my office. Basically, I sit here from 10 to 4 every day, and then sometimes in the evenings I have support circles. But I sit here, I have Starlink on the roof, so I can work from anywhere as long as there's not trees over me. I can record, I can do YouTube channel, I can do videos. My assistant also lives in an RV, so me and her communicate via text or whatever, and she helps me from the road. I love it because my job is super stressful. It's a lot of suffering, it's a lot of pain that people go through. And the minute I'm over with my job, I kind of like have to like shake it off and go outside. And so me having the door open all day and my sleep is regulated from the sunlight and all these things are happening and nourishing me, it allows me to do my work. So it's kind of a drastic swing sometimes, like you go to Burning Man and then you deal with suffering all day, but it works for me.
So being on the road for 5 years, what has been your favorite part about being on the road?
My favorite part is what I call road magic. And what that meant to me was when I first got on the road, I was I was crying like the whole first month. Like, what did I do? I made myself homeless. Like, I sold all my stuff. Are you crazy? This is nuts. But then I started having these little magical experiences. So like a man in Texas made me a lunch and he hung it on my door. And I was like, who does that? And then a woman in Texas made me warm cookies after I had a film screening. And I had just been thinking about cookies. Like, I miss warm cookies because I don't have an oven. And so all these like things are happening. And I was like, wait a minute. I think this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, it felt like the universe was supporting me or something. Like, Angie, you're doing the right thing. Keep going. I could cry just thinking about it. Like, all of these things across the whole United States. And what that taught me was, especially is how traumatized I have been from all the experiences in my life. It taught me that like people are kind. The world is safe. Like, it's not as scary as you think. You are self-reliant. You can do really cool things, like epic things that people dream about. You can do it. And I had not been sold that message, like, through my care. It was, you're broken, you're sick, take meds for the rest of your life, you're never going to amount to nothing. And I internalized that. So the road through people and community and strangers just like totally rewired me for life. Totally.
That's amazing. And, you know, I really think it's great, the work that you're doing and the fact that you're helping other people. That's hugely important.
Thank you so much. Okay, so this is my closet / wet bath. I never thought I would be able to go without a shower in my rig, but there is a shower in here, but I generally just go to Planet Fitness, so I've only taken about 6 showers in here. So this really serves as my closet, like all my cosmetics. There's a juicer in here, believe it or not, and my pots and pans, laundry stuff, dog stuff. I mean, it's a great storage, and if I have to take a shower, I can. I also have a cassette toilet, which is awesome. I thought I wouldn't hate it, but it's only 5 gallons, so it does kind of fill up quick. But I have the ability to just pull out the cassette on the outside and dump it in a normal toilet, which is groundbreaking. So you don't have to pay like $30 for a dump station sometimes in some of these places. Usually porta potties is where I go because I don't want to like clog any plumbing. But porta potty, if I see one, and you develop an eye for it. You see one, you're like, pull over it. You only have 2 gallons. Get rid of it. So this is my library. I am like a book hog, and I love cookbooks to look up recipes and stuff. So this is the least amount of books I've ever had, like ever. So I'm pretty proud of it. But they're like poetry, and I like to sit back there and read. It's fun. This is my clothes. It's hard to keep a small collection because I just like having options. But bras and underwear, swimsuits, t-shirts, pants, and dress clothes, and that's it. If it's full, I get rid of stuff. I have 2 shirts up there that are in the donation pile because I got to keep it slim. So we are at Schoolie Palooza right now, and it rained the other day, and I got to use my 4x4, and I like to go really fast through the puddles and splash the water everywhere. So I'm very proud of how dirty it is. Hey, you know, whatever. But here's where I pull my cassette toilet out. I keep a little bit. I never use like harsh chemicals except for this because I just don't want any diseases. But you just pop this thing out, and pull it out, and it's literally like a suitcase of poo. And I can even act like I'm at the airport and just walk it right into the rest area toilet if I have to. But it's pretty easy. You just dump it straight into the porta-john if you can find one. So this is a huge box from Backwoods, and I just have like my power cable, some lights, some charcoal stuff, the stuff that you don't want in your rig. This is a shovel to dig me out because I have gotten stuck in sand a few times. This is my bike rack, my mountain bike. That's a new hobby I've got on the road. You get to learn about things that you actually like and want to do. So that's one of my new hobbies. And I really like the step. I installed that later, some running boards, and I have a ladder on this side that's pretty cool.
Angie, thank you so much for giving us a tour of your wonderful home and for the wonderful work that you do. Thank you again.
Thank you, my pleasure for sharing.
Now, if someone wanted to find out more about your travels and what you do professionally, how can we find out more about that?
To follow my travels, go to Being Human RV on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. For my business side, it's Angie Peacock MSW. The film that I was in was Medicating Normal on Amazon Prime.
Very good. Well, thank you again for the work that you do and everything about that.
Thank you so much.
Folks out there, what was your favorite part of her awesome Revel? Like, was it the 4x4? Was it, I like the bed personally, but we'd love to hear what your favorite thing was in the comments below. If you got anything out of today's video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share with friends. Otherwise, we'll see you down the road. So long. We got everything else, right? We talked about everything?
Yeah, you're done.
Okay, cool.
Good job.
All right. High five. Nice job.
Woo.
All right.